Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. An old clip of Josiah Duggar has resurfaced and now fans are questioning his robotic happiness. They wonder if he's actually truly happy and what might have contributed to his lack of emotion. On a very special day, keep reading to get the full story. Recently, many clips from old episodes of TLC's 19 Kids and Counting On have surfaced, showing some of the moments that fans haven't seen in years. One video in particular has sparked a discussion about Josiah and his emotions. It looks like the video has given viewers insight into who Josiah is and what shaped his personality. On Reddit, a Duggar snarker shared a clip from Josiah and Lauren's wedding day. The original poster says, "Call me crazy, but I'm not thinking. Josiah's wedding was the happiest day of his life." The video shared captures a moment between the bride and groom on their special day. Duggar critics think that the exchange looks awkward and like Josiah is unable to truly convey feelings of happiness. You can watch it below. Some Reddit users are blaming Josiah Duggar's robotic happiness on the way he was raised. They wonder if the Duggar kids get enough love from their parents. If not, this could explain why Josiah was not as lovey and affectionate to Lauren on their wedding day. One user says, "You can tell these kids never had any real love or affection from their parents. They have absolutely no idea what to do or say to these situations." Someone else says, "I don't think it's that he wasn't happy, they just have no idea how to show affection because of the very robotic way they grew up." Another Duggar critic adds, "This whole thing feels so awkward, like teenagers on their first real date ever and not two adults getting married." Of course, no one really knows what happened behind the scenes when Josiah Duggar was growing up in the glossy, God-fearing world of the Duggar family. Smiles are practically stitched into their DNA, whether gathered around a kitchen table, in matching outfits, or parading through another Counting On episode filled with courtship teasers and baby name reveals. The Duggars are known for their public image of unshakable joy, but fans have noticed something off, especially with Josiah Duggar. His smiles feel stiff, his laughter feels scripted, his Instagram posts radiate an eerie, almost mechanical warmth, while the Duggar world keeps spinning. Many are asking, is Josiah Duggar truly happy, or is he just programmed to be? Smile for the camera. Son, let's rewind to where Josiah's public joy began. As the eighth child of Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, Josiah grew up in front of the lens. Reality TV became the backdrop of his childhood, with 19 kids and counting shaping not just the family's image, but their children's personalities. Discipline was tight, rebellion was a sin, and smiling, always smiling, was a requirement. You could tell Josiah was different. Shared a former production assistant from the early TLC days. Speaking anonymously, he wasn't as loud as some of the other boys. He was sharp, observant, but kind of trapped when the cameras were on. It's like he'd flip a switch. That bright, slightly awkward Duggar grin, he perfected it. But robotic happiness doesn't grow overnight. It's manufactured carefully, quietly, and over time. The Duggar blueprint: obedience disguised as joy. To understand Josiah's smile, you have to understand the system behind it. The Duggars followed a strict religious philosophy championed by the Institute in Basic Life Principles (IBLP), led by controversial figure Bill Gothard. The IBLP emphasized authority, modesty, male leadership, and emotional restraint. Children were taught not just what to think, but how to think and how to smile. Through it all, punishment came wrapped in biblical scripture. Emotions like doubt, frustration, or fear were considered signs of spiritual weakness. Public image was sacred. Everything from courtships to parenting was polished, rehearsed, and approved, and Josiah, often seen cracking jokes or pulling quirky expressions, was pegged as the funny one. But even the clown has rules in the kingdom. There's a difference between being funny and being free, said a former family acquaintance. Josiah was the one you'd expect to break the mold, but somewhere along the way he stopped trying. The first signs of rebellion in 2015, Josiah shocked fans by entering into a courtship with Marjorie Jackson, only to break it off shortly after. A rare move in Duggarland. Courtships are practically marriages, and waiting the breakup wrapped in polite press releases and godly wisdom quotes marked a brief flicker of independence. But that flicker faded fast. In 2018, Josiah began courting Lauren Swanson. They married within months. The wedding episode aired on Counting On with all The usual Duggar flare side hugs, Bible verses, and a painfully tight smile on Josiah's face. Viewers noticed it then, a subtle flatness and a knees. It was like watching someone act in a movie they didn't audition for, wrote one Reddit user in a Duggar snark thread. He says, all the right things but nothing behind the eyes. Fatherhood and the disappearing act. Josiah and Lauren welcomed their daughter Bella in 2019 after suffering a miscarriage. Their announcement was tearful and touching, but soon after Bella's birth, something changed. Josiah and Lauren, once frequently featured on the show and social media, virtually disappeared from the spotlight. Their Instagram accounts went silent. Family appearances stopped. Talks final counting on episodes barely mentioned them. Even at major Duggar events, they were either missing or sitting stiffly on the sidelines. Some speculated they were stepping back to protect their daughter. Others whispered about disillusionment with the family's religion or cracks in their marriage. But through it all, Josiah wore the same smile, same chin lifted posture, same robotic tone, only now the smile looked heavier. The pressure to perform, even off-screen, being a Duggar, doesn't stop when the cameras do. According to insiders, family members are still expected to adhere to certain behaviors even in private life. You're still a Duggar whether you're filming or not, said one relative anonymously. For Josiah, that means upholding not just his reputation, but the broader Duggar image. He must be a faithful husband, a present father, a spiritual leader, and a walking, talking, smiling ambassador of Duggar ideals, even if he no longer believes in them. I honestly think Josiah has been struggling with belief, said a close family friend. He's not outspoken, not angry, but you can see the cracks. He doesn't quote scripture as much. He's quieter, but he knows what would happen if he said what he really thinks. So instead, he smiles. Lauren Swanson, support or silent sufferer. Then there's Lauren, often painted as sweet and soft-spoken. She has been the subject of intense speculation as well. Fans have described her as uncomfortable on camera and anxious, especially during joint interviews with Josiah. One clip from Counting On shows Lauren describing a moment of postpartum pain while Josiah awkwardly giggles. Viewers interpreted it as him being dismissive, but some now wonder if that laugh was just another part of the mask. If Josiah feels trapped, Lauren might too, said one fan online. She's young, married into a high-control family, and had a child in the spotlight. That smile she wears might be as robotic as his. Since their social media disappearance, neither Lauren nor Josiah has publicly addressed the rumors or offered updates. Their silence speaks volumes. Programming versus personality. The real tragedy of Josiah Duggar isn't scandal, it's suppression. He isn't throwing public tantrums or writing tell-all memoirs. He's not attacking his family or exposing dark secrets. What he is doing quietly and consistently is hiding himself behind formulas, behind doctrine, behind the ever-present smile. And fans are noticing. I don't want Josiah to rebel, wrote one fan on X, formerly Twitter. I just want him to be real. If he's happy, genuinely great. But if he's not, God, I hope he gets out before it's too late. Hope beyond the smile. It's easy to reduce the Duggar children to their family's headlines, but behind each courtship and Instagram post is a real person shaped by trauma, pressure, and often an aching desire to belong. For Josiah, the road to authenticity may not look dramatic. It might not involve renouncing faith or blowing up social media. It might just be small human moments, letting go of the smile, admitting he's tired, taking a step out of the script and into his own life. Because happiness, real happiness, isn't robotic, it's messy, it stumbles, it doesn't always come with a ring light and a caption.